Hi there, welcome to Campfire Fox Lists, where I list a few things and we talk about them. Enjoy. The Firemen. When a large fire breaks out in the middle of a Christmas party at a chemical company, Microtech, firemen Pete and Daniel, along with a second pair of firefighters in another part of the building, are tasked with saving civilians, putting out fires, and removing an explosive chemical called MDL from the basement of the facility. Oh, well, that's definitely a unique story, I gotta give it that. Gameplay-wise, you're putting out fires with hoses, and you got some fire extinguishing bombs. Use of your fire extinguisher is unlimited, but you only got 3 continues. Pete takes damage from fire and extreme heat, and when the life gauge reaches 0 and there ain't any more continues, the game's over. Each level's got a boss fire that has a specific way of being extinguished, so it's like a boss fight but with fires. There are also civilians who are not able to escape throughout the levels, and saving them gives you like a life boost. Well, it refills your life, so saving people is like refilling your life. You control Pete Gray and Daniel McLean. Daniel's invincible and provides backup. And then you got other firefighters, Max and Walter, who are fighting fires in other parts of the building. And a communicator called Winona. All in all, it's a pretty fun game. It's pretty short. That's one of the things I didn't like about it. It's kind of short and really linear, but it's well worth trying. And it's definitely a very odd game to have on the SNES or a Super Nintendo about firefighters. I mean, that's just crazy. So give it a shot. It's well worth your time, and it's not going to take up a lot of it. So enjoy. Gem Power, The Lost Dimension. It's about a special agent, Jim Power, who's supposed to stop a supernatural alien called Vaprik. Because the guy's trying to defeat our world, which is the last planet that stands between him and a dimensional vortex, which leads to a 5th and lost dimension, which is somehow going to destroy crap if he gets through. You know, it's your standard 90s video game story fare. Not a huge fan of this game, actually. It makes you kind of dizzy with all that parallax scrolling and stuff. And I guess that's the part that makes it weird is that they're really emphasizing this whole kind of 3D parallax thing going on. It plays a lot like the action sections of ActRaiser. Now, if you love those, then you might like this game. If you hated those, like me, you probably hate this game. It's difficult and it's charming, you know, and it's definitely a weird game worth checking out. If you love platformers and a challenge. And apparently they even have this on Steam now, so for like $5. So go check it out. But the version I played is the original Super Nintendo, so have fun. Firestriker is about you playing as Slater, the final Firestriker, a warrior that can control a ball of light that can destroy monsters that are trying to take over the kingdom from an evil mage. A very weird concept, because it plays a lot like an RPG version of the arcade game Breakout, or maybe like a pinball game. So what you do is you take your sword and you hit this ball of fire and you just go around smacking it across the screen, and it starts breaking blocks and killing monsters and that kind of stuff. But you actually get control of the main character, sort of like it is a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past sort of a way. It's a very odd game, and I have to say it's nice that they tried something a little different, and it's definitely a weird game. It's also got cooperative 2-player support, and it's even got verses. So it's definitely well worth checking out. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of replay value to it, And if you want to try something different, go for this. I recommend it. Jelly Boy. Jelly Boy puts the player in control of a jelly baby with morphin powers. He's supposed to be finding various items inside of a factory so that the elevator doorman will allow him to meet the person in charge. That's thrilling, right? There's basically no story here. You're playing it just for its weirdness. The most important items are musical notes, which are kind of like Sonic. You lose them when you get hit. You gotta collect them again. And if you collect 100, you get another life to keep playing. The weird thing about it is that he thrusts with his crotch and punches all the enemies in this way. He's going around crotch punching everything throughout the game. That's the best bit, and I swear that the theme title kind of sounds like an off-brand of Sesame Street. It's definitely a really weird game, and if you want to just take and crotch punch a bunch of pixelated sprites, this is definitely the game for it. Check it out. It's an okay platformer. It's by Ocean, and yeah, just give it a shot. Have an open mind. You might enjoy it. Thanks for sitting around and humoring an old fox and his tales. If you'd like more, please hit like and subscribe. And remember, nothing is more frightening than a fear you cannot name.